and Tyler Perry, Steve Harvey, Kevin Hart. So everybody that Katt sat right here and told you about, everything he was saying was on the up and up. No one's saying he's lying. I can't wait to see your next interviews with those people.
They ain't coming on now, Mo.
Recently, the internet has been buzzing after Katt Williams spoke candidly about what he believes really happens behind the scenes in Hollywood. His comments caught many off guard, especially when he began naming influential figures like Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, and Diddy. Oprah, in particular, has long been no stranger to controversy, with her name repeatedly surfacing in connection to serious scandals. Some argue she always seems to appear close to major issues as they come to light.
It was completely outside of my frame of reference. I've been in show business since I was 14, and I've heard the stories of what happens, and I've seen these kinds of things play out in front of me.
Okay. When you say you heard the stories, what do you mean? What stories?
I mean, you see before, look, Mariah Carey made a $100 million deal, and 3 months later, she's all of a sudden mysteriously crazy. Or Martin Lawrence punches through and he's waving a gun on the street screaming, "They're trying to kill me."
Yeah, we hear those stories.
And it always happens around the time of their career where it seems as though they're crossing over the next plateau.
Yeah. Would you say you lost your mind, sort of?
No, not exactly.
Okay.
I wasn't crazy, but it's incredibly stressful.
Yeah.
And I felt like in a lot of instances, I was deliberately being...
Oprah has been linked to several high-profile individuals who were later exposed for criminal activity, including Harvey Weinstein, Diddy, Sean Combs, and Jeffrey Epstein. These connections have prompted tough questions about just how close she really was to these figures. Weinstein, a longtime friend of Oprah's, allegedly leveraged their relationship to gain trust. Actress Katia Noble claimed that Weinstein used Oprah's presence to appear safe, saying he even used Winfrey walking alongside him to convince her to follow him to his hotel room. According to Entertainment Weekly, comedian Monique also called out Oprah for what she saw as hypocrisy.
When you do see quite a few pictures with Oprah and Harvey, and now you hear her speak about what he did was horrible and terrible, but everybody knew it.
Everybody knew it.
So were you telling me you were that blind that you just didn't know it? And now I got to push your ass off the ship because now they know what you did. But if I knew it, you mean to tell me you didn't? So when we start jumping up and down because of a speech that says me too, I understand it. And emotions got to moving and emotions got charged up and everybody was saying, yeah. But me too, Miss Winfrey. Because when you'll sit back and you'll let your silence said everything. I'll watch you drown and I won't say anything. But then I'll get up on a stage in front of the world and I'll say, speak out and speak.
When Weinstein's crimes finally came to public attention, Oprah quickly distanced herself, but never addressed the depth of their friendship. Instead, she made statements that shifted focus away from him. "If we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment," Oprah told CBS News. Many felt this redirected attention from the victims toward a broader narrative, which also helped safeguard her image. Critics argued it was a strategic move to present herself as a leader again, but not everyone accepted it.
Allen has put Oprah on blast.
He seemingly suggested in the caption that Oprah knew the Hollywood producer was mistreating women.
He took hold of me and stood me in front of the mirror. And he's like touching me, rubbing me, and he's like, just relax.
And if we make this just about Harvey Weinstein, then we will have lost this moment.
Oprah Winfrey will do anything to defend her powerful friends, even when her friends, like Harvey Weinstein, are complete monsters. She was there while he took advantage of hundreds of women. Harvey even used his friendship with Oprah to trap victims. But Oprah didn't stop it, and she sat on the sidelines and maybe even provided Harvey with additional victims. This is a sick situation and a twisted friendship. So let's get into it. Oprah Winfrey has built a reputation for herself, but it hasn't been able to withstand the test of time. And that's her own fault because her behavior does not align with what she preaches. And today I want to talk a little bit about Harvey Weinstein. I feel like that name is so triggering because he's essentially what kicked off the Me Too movement, because he's a sick man that Oprah, for whatever reason, continues to support. And it's because these two go way back in time. They've had a professional relationship that stretches back 2 decades. There are many photos of her kissing and hugging Harvey Weinstein at ceremonies.
Weinstein wasn't the only controversial figure connected to Oprah. Reports indicate she attended Diddy's high-profile parties and that her name appears 5 times in documents tied to the Epstein case. These connections have raised questions about how frequently Oprah found herself in proximity to powerful men later exposed for wrongdoing.
Trump has released a book where he's published letters that he's received over the years. One of your letters is front and center. I heard about that. Okay, back in 2000, you wrote him, "Too bad we're not running for office. What a team."
I think he'd written a book and said that he wanted me to be his running mate.
If he decided to run.
If he decided to run. And when I heard that this letter is now going to be a part of a book, I thought, oh, wasn't that nice of me to write a note? That's what I thought. Because I'm always like, oh, I should write a note. The person did this, or I should write a note. So I'm really happy that I wrote a note.
Yeah, it just shows you have good manners, but you're not thinking you and Donald Trump would be a team.
No.
You weren't thinking it.
I might have thought it back then. I might have thought it 23 years ago. Yes.
Are you thinking that today?
No, I'm not thinking.
Okay.
Another major point of controversy involves Oprah's school in South Africa, the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls, designed to provide a safe environment for disadvantaged students in grades 8 through 12. Over time, troubling allegations emerged. Multiple students accused a dorm matron, Virginia Makopo, of abuse and assault. According to Reuters, Makopo was arrested in November 2007 and later released on bail.
Now that she knows we're on to her, hundreds of videos of evidence are being scrubbed from the internet.
For years, if the abuser is any good, you won't even know it's happened.
Over the weekend, hundreds of mutilated child corpses have been uncovered at Oprah Winfrey's elite-funded school for girls in Africa. Authorities believe the victims were part of ritualistic sacrifices and human trafficking. What was advertised globally as a transformational academy for disadvantaged African girls has now become the center for an unfolding horror story. In a dense stretch of forest near the grounds of Oprah Winfrey's South African school, local police and humanitarian volunteers uncovered a mass unmarked gravesite filled with the mutilated bodies of over 300 children. Many of the skeletal remains showed signs of ritualistic markings, incisions, and post-mortem abuse. Officials working the case were quoted as saying, "These are not natural deaths. These are not accidents." Forensic teams described repeated trauma patterns consistent with sacrificial rites, not warfare or disease. Some remains were missing vital organs, while others were bound, beheaded, or dismembered with
The drama didn't end there. Oprah faced a lawsuit from the school's headmistress, Lerato Nomuyo Zaman, who claimed Oprah defamed her by implying she helped cover up the abuse. CNN reported that the case was settled out of court before trial. Online rumors also began circulating about girls from the academy going missing, while old footage of Oprah resurfaced, showing her reacting strangely to allegations of inappropriate behavior.
Oprah shuts down sex trafficking arrest rumors. The media mogul takes to Twitter to respond to awful rumors stating she had been arrested. After finding out her name was trending on social media, she decided to address the rumors. Oprah tweets, "Just got a phone call that my name is trending and being trolled for some awful fake thing. It's not true. Haven't been raided or arrested. Just sanitizing and self-distancing with the rest of the world. Stay safe, everybody." A conspiracy theory surfaced online claiming that Oprah had been arrested in connection with an alleged sex trafficking ring and that her house had been raided. Many fans and Oprah's famous friends are coming to her defense. A Wrinkle in Time director and filmmaker Ava DuVernay slams the disgusting rumor. She writes, "Trolls and bots began this disgusting rumor. Mean-spirited minds kept it going. Oprah has worked for decades on behalf of others. given hundreds of millions to individuals and causes in need, shared her own abuse as a child to help folks heal. Shame on all who participated in this.
Katt Williams also addressed Tyler Perry and Oprah, calling them two of Hollywood's biggest gatekeepers. He argued they wield enormous influence, but don't use it to truly elevate others. According to Katt, many actors from Tyler Perry Productions never achieved lasting fame and could walk through malls without security because their careers never took off. He questioned why so few of these performers ever reached real stardom. Tyler Perry frequently cast men in humiliating roles and focused his support on a small select group instead of nurturing a broader talent pool. Katt argued that if Tyler truly represents specific communities, more people from those communities should receive real opportunities. Back to Oprah. Katt stated that she and Tyler Perry dislike being labeled gatekeepers, but in his view, the description fits. He asserted they protect some individuals, block others, and quietly control careers behind the scenes. After Katt's interview went viral, many online speculated that Oprah was attempting damage control as public criticism intensified.
So concerned about what was happening in Maui that we were texting back and forth. And I read this article that Dolly Parton had given money in her community. And I said, I think this is the answer. You said, I think that's the answer.
I said, I love it.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need.
In 2026, scrutiny around Oprah continues to grow, fueled by resurfaced allegations involving prominent industry figures. One past event now receiving renewed attention is the 2023 Maui wildfires, which devastated the island, destroying neighborhoods and claiming lives. Homes were reduced to ash, families were displaced, and the devastation was overwhelming.
Heirs that own land in Hawaii, how much do they own, and were they affected by the Maui wildfires? Number 1, Mark Zuckerberg. Mark Zuckerberg started acquiring his properties over in Hawaii in 2014 and 2017 and spent over $150 million in capital investments. Mark Zuckerberg's estate is located on the island of Kauai, on the northeast side of the island. He owns over 1,412 acres, or 1% of the holdings on Kauai. His shoreline alone is over 10,000 feet, and on premises he has a 57,000 square foot mansion. Zuckerberg created controversy when he built a 6-foot wall around his estate and was rumored to file suits to force land sales. Number 2, Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos bought his property in 2021 for $78 million. His property is located on the island of Maui, the most southern area, surrounded by public lands, lava tubes, and is a total of 14 acres, 10,000 square feet of homes, and is one of the highest priced estates for its size. Number 3, Oprah Winfrey. Oprah Winfrey has been a part-time resident of Hawaii for over 15 years. Her estate is located on the island of Maui, south of Kula. Many reports state she owns around 1,000 acres, but based off tax records and research, it is over 2,300 acres. She recently purchased 870 acres of that 2,300 acres. These estates' proximity to the Maui wildfires. The wildfires affected over 16,000 acres and are highlighted in red. Oprah Winfrey's property is the closest to these wildfires at 16,000 feet, or roughly 3.
Oprah has owned the Maui Ranch since 2003. After the fires, she was seen delivering supplies and offering support to local residents. While this appeared generous, online conversations suggested a more critical perspective, questioning motives and attention.
Sirens are blaring, traffic is jammed over in Maui as a tsunami approaches them. People are trying to get out and get away from it. Oprah Winfrey actually has a private road from Waileha to Kula that could save so many lives and she could open up. But she will not open it up. She's refusing. There are parents and children trapped in this traffic jam. Regular people who are trying to get away and get to safety. And Oprah will not open up her private road. She's sitting behind a private gate, just safe. At this point, the only thing that the residents can hope for is for it to come a lot later than expected. I think it should literally be a crime against humanity to stop people from getting to safety. I don't know what else could be worse. Sitting there knowing a tsunami is about to hit you with your family in the back seat and knowing that a private road cannot be opened, but you could be safe if they would open it. It's absolutely terrifying. It's so sad. I cannot believe that woman has that kind of a heart. How do you sleep?
After addressing Oprah, Katt turned to Diddy, claiming that for years he engaged in disturbing behavior that people ignored or joked about. Katt said Diddy kept recordings and leveraged secrets to control and silence others. He insisted this behavior had been ongoing for a long time, though no one paid attention until now. Gene Deal has backed these claims, explaining why figures like Oprah and Tyler Perry might remain silent. They fear exposure.
Not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking, and they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form of fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you got to take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh. So a lot of them, like what he said? I think a lot of them was being swallowed. Have you ever been swallowed? They tell off on themselves all the time, man. You just gotta listen.
But why do you think Diddy had all them hidden cameras?
Bro, when you that powerful, you didn't get that powerful without having 1 or 2 or maybe 3 ups on somebody. Diddy always been the type of individual that want to have ups on the next person no matter what they was doing. Like, he always played artists against each other. He did it to Big, he did it to Craig Mack. You understand? I said before, he did the stuff to Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? So had the ups on Ja Rule so he could go after Jay-Z. You understand what I'm saying? So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing is going to give him the ups on everybody who came to that party.
Following Cassie's lawsuit against Diddy, many revisited Katt's earlier warnings. Cassie alleged years of mistreatment under Bad Boy Records, describing control, abuse, and deliberate career suppression. Once her claims went public, the public began connecting the dots. Katt maintains he had been warning people about Diddy long before the lawsuit, but initially, the conversation only focused on issues like credit theft and underpayment. Now, he says the darker reality he described is finally visible.
Had people do things, criminal acts, buying drugs, right? Paying for prostitutes, paying prostitutes, paying for prostitution, bringing people and drugging people, because we now know that the drugs was not in the baby oil, it was in the eye drops. They was putting drugs in the eye drops. So I guess that's where they was, you know, putting in people drinks or whatever like that. And but they would, because you know it's hard to see a little eye drop thing in your hand and you just go and throw a little squirt in somebody's drink or whatever like that. You ain't definitely putting nothing in nobody's eyes and say, here, take this. This is gonna make you feel good. They was putting that shit in people's drink. They found drugs in the eye drops. You understand? I still don't know why they took 1,000 bottles of baby oil and didn't find nothing in it, but they didn't bring that up yet. So they found the drugs in the eye drop. So now the racketeering is going to come, whereas that the people that he had do all those criminal acts, they were paying for it out cash with their own money and credit cards and stuff like that. And then Bad Boy was coming and paying them under Bad Boy Entertainment. They was paying them back. So that's where the racketeering is going to come in at. Committing crimes and then paying for it with the company and using the people in your company to commit the crimes for you.
Katt also revealed that Diddy's behavior was so extreme that hotel rooms he rented often required deep cleaning afterward.
Or, you know, Diddy hotel rooms after he was done.
He was bringing tubs, like those play pools that your kids grow up in because you can't afford a pool and stuff like that, and filling them up with baby oil. And then, check this out, man, he would have the hotel people. You know how you could turn up the heat in the hotel, right? To 85, 90, and it'd be baking in that joint. They had to bring extra heaters to the hotel and turn them on. Yo, you can't tell me that ain't no demon, ain't no devil in that man's body. Who wants it that hot? Well, you can't hardly breathe. The hotel would turn the heat up all the way and then bring extra heaters. My man, that ain't laughing. Boy, you can't tell me that ain't no demon, bro.
Yeah, Diddy a wild boy. I guess he like his freak offs intense and everybody's sweating. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of it.
Hey, man, I guess you assuming. I'm assuming too, bro. I can't believe that this individual put those people and the hotel people saying it wasn't always Cassie. It was other people. They said it wasn't always Cassie. It was different people. And they also said it wasn't always Diddy under that Bad Boy company that was doing the freak offs. And you had to go through his
former bodyguard, Gene Deal, shared similar accounts, claiming it was an open secret that Diddy engaged in questionable behavior. Gene recounted being stationed at a door and witnessing Diddy and another man running out unclothed. He also described Diddy openly discussing plans involving Danity Kane members, including attempts to exploit them.
Danity Kane. I think a couple of them didn't sign it. And boy, oh boy, they probably gonna go after him too. Cause I heard him, and I'm giving you this, Aubrey. He stood up there and he said in front of a lot of people, we were in the studio, and I said something to him and walked out the studio. He said, yo, I'm gonna drug their ass off and pick them up and pip them out to my nigga. He said, I'm going to drug them out. I'm going to get them all on drugs. And I'm going to pimp their ass out to my... And I was like, there's somebody kids. And walked out. And it's somebody that heard me. It's somebody that heard me. I mean, well, it's not only somebody that heard me. It's somebody that I know who was in the studio at the time that happened. And I still talk to him today. And we were just talking about that the other day. He done moved back to Indiana. I don't know why. I'm gonna give you that one. He said he was going to drug them all out and pimp them out.
Oprah also faced controversy for featuring John of God, a Brazilian spiritual healer, on her show, which helped him gain worldwide attention. Later, he was accused of abusing people who sought his healing services.
Oprah's former faith healer, known as John the God, was sentenced to an additional 99 years. Back in 2018, several women came forward. And he still to this day denies all the allegations, but let's see what this man has done. Guilty for SAing and abusing over 600 women and young girls. I can't even read this. He also ran a baby trafficking operation where newborn children were sold to childless couples. It is reported that these girls were held captive in Brazilian farms where they were forced to produce babies before being unalived after 10 years of giving birth. An activist said there were women from Europe, the USA, and Australia who bought Brazilian babies for as much as $50,000. I get goosey bumps, and not the good kind of goosebump chills when I read things like that, because a lot of the comments under the section on Twitter are saying, she knew. She knew. And how do you think she became so untouchable and so...
When asked if he fears being blacklisted again, Katt said he doesn't care. Speaking the truth matters more than self-preservation, and that's exactly how he operates. Katt Williams is a truth teller and one of the few voices in Hollywood who consistently calls out wrongdoing. If you want the full story and all the latest updates on Hollywood's biggest controversies, make sure you subscribe to Haley Reporter and hit that notification bell. Don't miss a single moment. Stay informed, stay curious, and join the conversation today.